Hello everyone, welcome to Theme World. This is the first ever episode of Formcraft, a weekly series where I'm going to show you how to create different kinds of unique WordPress forms. And starting off, I'm going to show you how to create a pop-up form within your WordPress site. I'll show you a preview of the form right here on the screen. This is the sort of pop-up form that we're going to create. And this pop-up form can be triggered via a button. You can use this anywhere on your pages, within your headers, footers, or your sidebars, wherever you want to. So I suppose let's get started with the first ever episode of Formcraft. And don't forget to drop a like and subscribe. Here we are within the computer screen. Now let me just start off by saying I've got a headache, but it's not that bad. I can still record videos. But anyways, for this video, I'm just going to take a chill approach. I have my chair laid back. It's in the comfiest of settings. So yeah, I'm just going to be laid back and I'm just going to chill out for this video. That's all. So we're going to be creating a pop-up form within our WordPress site, which is going to be triggered via a button. And if you didn't realize, the words pop-up form has a form in it. So I guess let's get started with our plugin installations. Add new plugin and search for Everest Forms. This is the plugin that we're going to be using to create our form. So simply search for Everest Form, and this is the plugin. Simply click on install now. 100,000 plus active installations. One of the most underrated form plugin for WordPress. It gives you so much within the free version that it's honestly no-brainer why people are not using it. But anyways, simply click on install, activate this plugin, and we'll get started with our form creation process in just a bit. But for now, we're going to need something for our pop-up as well. So simply again, go back within plugins, click on add new plugin, and here you can search for BlockArt. Now, as I stated probably in the title on the thumbnail of this video is dedicated for FSC themes, or if you're using blocks as your page builder, then this is going to be suitable for you. Others, I guess it's not going to work for you. You may just get out of this video. Anyways, BlockArt Blocks, this is the plugin that we're going to be using for our pop-up. Simply click on install now, and once installed, simply click on activate. Let's get started with our form creation process first. Let's go within Everest Forms, and if you go here within all forms, you should see this contact form right here. This contact form is given to us by default via Everest Forms, so we're simply going to edit this form for now, or you can easily add new forms from right here. But anyways, let's edit this form right here. I'll just show you around what things you can add, what things you can do. So this right here is our form builder. These are all the fields that are currently within this contact form right here. And these right here are our field options. From here, you can simply drag and drop any of the fields you want. Suppose I want a phone field within my contact form. I'll simply drag the phone field in here. And if I click on any of these fields, then on my left you'll see their field options, and from here you can change stuff like their label. I can add a phone number in there. I can make this field required so a person has to fill it out. I can do all this stuff. If you want to learn more about this Everest Forms plugin, then what you can do is you can check out some other videos on my channel. I've made a lot of videos. All right, all of them will be linked down in the description. But anyways, for now, this right here is our basic form ready. Let's have a preview. This is the form. All right, this is what it's going to look like. You have this sort of smart format for your phone number fields, which is really amazing because people can choose their location and they can choose their, phone number format and all that. And this is pretty good. And suppose someone fills it out, submit, then all your submissions will be viewed underneath entries within Everest Forms. You can see it right here. So now let's get started with our pop-up, which really is going to take like a minute. So first of all, I'm going to show you how to embed a pop-up within your page, like within your page content. So here within my pages menu, I have my home page. Let me edit this. And in here, what I want to do is I want to add a button called join now or something. And when a user clicks on it, we'll have a pop-up window where we have the form that we just created, right? So that's the plan. Let's go ahead and let's click on our block inserter here. And if you've installed the BlockArt Blocks plugin, then you should be seeing all these different sort of blocks. And the block that we're going to be using is called this modal block right here. Drag and drop the modal block and you can use it right there. You can see we have a button here. And yeah, you can choose this button type, like you can choose the trigger to be anything else. Like you don't have to just use a button. It could be an icon, it could be an image, it could even be a text. So whatever you want to. But for now, let's just choose a button here. And if you want to, you can change its text. I'm going to change mine to something like join now with an exclamation mark, and I think I'm going to capitalize the J. There it is. And let me change its background color. And by the way, like you see this pop-up window, right? So this is what our pop-up is going to look like. This is just a preview. Don't worry, it's going to span the entire screen. So just letting you know. Let's go ahead and let's change a few things. Let's go within style and let's change its background color to something like black, I suppose. Yeah, sure. I'm just going to leave it at black. yeah, you can change things like, you can change the text color, the background, the typography. You can change the spacings, etc. for your model. You can change its background color as well. I'm just gonna leave it as it is right now. Or actually, I'm just gonna use white, I suppose. I don't know. Yeah, I'm just gonna use white, whatever. Save this and let me show you its preview. Let me show you what it's gonna look like. Let me visit my site here. So there it is. This right here is the preview of our page. We've got our join now button. If I click on it, this is what our model's looking like, or our pop-up, I guess. And now let's go ahead and let's implement our form within this model. We're going to make changes to its size and all that. Let's get started. So going back within our page editor here, I'm simply going to select this model block once again. And I'm going to open my layers menu, or as WordPress likes to call it, document overview. But I just like calling it layers menu, okay? Because like, everything is here like a layer. So yeah, I just like calling it layer. Anyways, this right here is the model block that we're using. You can expand it and you can see all the different blocks that are currently being used. You've got a heading, you've got a paragraph, and you've also got a buttons block in here. Anyways, let's select the model block and do one thing. First of all, let's get a section in here so that we can have a better control over the blocks. So simply click on add section and you can choose this single column layout right here. And within this section, I'm just going to put it up there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to open it up. I'm going to slide my heading and my paragraph in there. As for this button, we don't really need it because our form already has a submit button. So we're just going to delete this. Now within our column, we're going to have to do one thing. Right after our paragraph, let me go ahead and let me add after / Everest Forms. And Everest Form has a Gutenberg block as well. So you can simply click on Everest Form and you can see we have a Everest Form block right here. We can select a form now. We can select this contact form that we just created. And there it is. This is what it's going to look like. Save it. Let's go back. Let's refresh this page. And if I click on join now, you'll see our form is right there, looking pretty good. Now, one thing that I don't really like is the model's size, or the pop-up size. So we're going to have to increase its size. And to do that, going back within our page editor here, we're going to select the model block. And in here, go within general, content size, and you can play around with the pop-up height. For now, I think 950 sounds about right. Let me save this. Let me refresh this page and click on join now once again. And there it is. This is our model now. It looks all right. People can fill this thing out. And I guess let's make some changes. Like, let me make changes to the text. First of all, join now our amazing community, and we're going to give it a description as well. Free cookies and memes each weekend. If the cookies don't arrive, the memes will. Nice. Let me save this. Let's go ahead. Let's have a preview. Join now, and there it is. This is our pop-up right there. And you can do other things here to customize this pop-up more. As I showed you before, if you select the model block, then you can change the button's trigger, you can change its alignment, you can change its size, something like medium. And from in here, for your actual pop-up, you can make changes to the content size like I showed before. You can make changes to its width. So if you want a fatter pop-up, you can do that. I showed you how to make change to the height and yeah, you've also got this close button right here. You can change this close button's position, what sort of close button do you want, and all that. You can choose any sort of icon that you want to. If you've got any custom icons that you want to use, then you can use those as well. And you can change its position. Suppose I want it to be on top left, I can do that. I can change its size, I can change its color, I can do all that. Let me save this, let me show you. There it is. It's towards the left. Looks pretty good. Suppose you want to do more things. You've got your style tab in here. And you can make changes to the model's background, which I showed you, I guess. If you want to play around with the radius as well, you can do that. Something like 12 is my favorite. I'm going to save this. Let me show you how it looks. Join now. There it is. Actually, let me try a little bit more and make it slightly better. First things first, I'm going to set this thing to a 20. Save. Join now. There it is. Okay, it looks all right. You know what? I think I'm just going to leave it as is. This looks fine, honestly. What more do you want? Now, this is me showing you how to embed a pop-up trigger via a button within your homepage or within your page content. Now, you can do something similar for your header as well. So since I'm using an FSC theme within this WordPress site, what I can do is I'm just going to copy this model block. All right, make sure you copy it. Let's go back within Appearance, Editor, and let's edit our header. Let's go within Patterns here, Header. This right here is the header that I'm using. And in here, what I can do is, going back to my layers menu, let's expand this group. Let's expand this row. And after my page list navigation, what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to add after. Here it has added a custom link block for whatever reason. I'm just going to put a hash in there. I'm just going to add it right there. And I'm just going to paste in our model block. Where is it? Where is it? Can I not use a model block in here? That's terrible. Wait, I'm just going to delete this, and instead what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a model block in here manually. There it is. Now let me go ahead and paste in whatever I copied before. There it is. This is our join now button. Now maybe I want to change the trigger type to something like an icon. Right, we can do that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to select an icon. Actually, let's change its color as well. Do something like white. And which icon do I want to use? You know what? Paper plane. Why not? Insert this. Icon color is set to white. I can close that. I can save it. Let me show you what it looks like currently. There it is. If I click on it, bam, that's our pop-up with our pop-up form. And let me do one thing. All right, just to show you something presentable, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a padding here. Or actually, I don't think padding is going to work. What I'll have to do is I'll have to select this row and I'll have to change the block spacing. Something like tiny, extra small, sure. Let's see how this looks. There it is. We've got an icon. If I want to change this trigger type to something else, then I can change it to an image, a text, whatever. You get the gist, I'm pretty sure. And there it is. There's our pop-up form. And, you know, people can simply fill it out. They can submit it. And guess what? If you go within Everest Forms entries, then you'll see the entries right there. Now, if you want stuff like email notifications, maybe you want to pull all the data or all the user information into a CRM of your choice, like HubSpot, MailChimp, etc., Bravo, then you can do all that stuff from this plugin as well. If I click on edit here, go within settings, you'll see your email settings in here. You can change the confirmation settings, etc. There's like so many things in here. It's got anti-spam and security features as well within the free version, which is amazing. If you go here within add-ons, then you'll see all the different add-ons and all the different things you can connect this plugin to. So you can connect this form to any platform you want, really. And suppose any platform is not in here, well, then they've got add-ons for Zapier and other automations which you can use. And I guess for some reason, if you're watching this video and you happen to use any other page builders besides Gutenberg, then they've also got page builder support for Beaver, Elementor, and all that, Dolby Bakery. So just letting you know, features like SMS notification, QR generator. They've even got an AI contact form, which is pretty amazing. Check out the plugin if you haven't already. And yeah, I guess that's about it for our pop-up. Now, you know, the way I showed you by implementing our pop-up within the header and the page content, you can do the same with the widgets. That way you can put it within your sidebars and any other places where you want it. So yeah, pretty simple stuff. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I guess I need to tell you one thing. The plugins I've shown you in this video are interchangeable. You could use a different form builder plugin, that's fine. I guess for the model feature, you're gonna have to use the BlockArt Blocks plugin. There might be a different plugin for it, I don't know. Now these two plugins work very well together because we are the creators of both these plugins. So just letting you know, I guess. Well, I guess that's about it for this video. So I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you did, drop a like, subscribe, do all that great stuff. I'm Sid, and I'll see you whenever I'll see you. Take care.